everyone. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL on EA Sports. The time for talk is over as we are just mere moments away from the Super Bowl. Two teams now have a chance to prove they are the best. It's the Browns going up against the Seahawks. So the time has come. Let's send you out to the stadium and join the two men that will have the Super Bowl call. Here are Brandon Guyton and Charles Davis.
All right, Larry, EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to picturesque Miami, Florida. We count down to kickoff in what should be an epic one here between the Cleveland Browns and the Seattle Seahawks. I'm Brandon Guyton alongside Charles Davis, beyond thrilled to be bringing you the Super Bowl. All the pomp, all the circumstance, all the pageantry. It doesn't get any better than this, partner.
I'm loving sharing this booth with you, sharing this moment, this type of a game. For all the teachers who said we'd never make it, we're here.
And we talk these last couple weeks about the buildup, the anticipation. I think these guys are just ready to get out there and get this thing started.
And I know that both coaching staffs have spent considerable time trying to figure out how to best bring their team up to a peak without taking them over the edge and causing a lot of issues early in the game.
And you don't think much of a pregame speech is needed for this one?
I think the pregame speeches were the shortest all year. If they didn't just say, let's go get them, guys, they probably talked too much.
After Joe Namath and the guarantee, we are underway in Super Bowl 53. Tyler Lockett now with a return. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. So out come the Seahawks now for their first possession. They'll be led out by their 5'11 quarterback from Wisconsin by way of NC State, and that's Russell Wilson.
He's always been an incredible decision maker on the field. Takes care of the ball really well, puts his team in the right positions, makes sure the play calls are accurate. Also was a minor league baseball player. Didn't hit very well there. I think he made a great career choice picking football.
First carry for Thomas Rawls. Stays on his feet. There goes Thomas Rawls. The 20. And all the way in. Touchdown, Seattle. Thomas Rawls, 77 yards. And the Seahawks have taken a first-quarter lead. The very first play from scrimmage, how about that? Talk about setting a tone.
And people always talk about doing exactly that in the first 5 minutes of the game, the first offensive and defensive series. Who's going to gain an advantage? Well, we saw exactly what happened there. A tone was definitely set by the offensive team.
Now the extra point try forthcoming. And this will give the Seahawks a 7-0 lead. I'm not sure if they drew that play up to score, but it scored indeed. One play on the ground and into the end zone for 6. The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. So here come the Browns for their first drive on offense. And they will be led out by their signal caller in his second year in the NFL now. first carry for Isaiah Crowell. And he powers his way up past the 30. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down. And a look at the offense that is hoping to put some points up in bunches here in this one. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. He's got a man. It's Corey Coleman. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. And now a first down following that long gain. Now a play fake here on first down. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down. The Seahawks, here's their defensive lineup.
When Bobby Wagner's career is said and done, people are going to look back and say he was an absolute steal in the NFL draft. A Pro Bowl player for any team.
And on 2nd and 10 now. And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And he's going to get this one down to the 45. Give him 4 on the ground there. They're now left with 3rd and 6.
A nickel look by Seattle on 3rd down.
Yep, 5 defensive backs now. Back to throw. Looking for his tight end on the corner. It's complete. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains. So here we go, 1st and 10 now. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. And the offense lining up 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll take this inside the 30 to about the 29, maybe the 28-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. Now it's 2nd and 7. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. He's going to go up top. And that's going to be caught for a Browns touchdown. Corey Coleman, 28 yards. And the Browns are within an extra point of tying this thing up. And he's a little bit on the shorter side as a receiver. Maybe sometimes for the defense, tough to find the little guys, right?
Yeah, sometimes they get lost in the traffic, but usually what it means is that rather than just winning with height or even speed, they use their quickness to find a way to get open.
Well, tall, short, wide, skinny, whatever, there it results in a touchdown. Now Stephen Gostkowski on for the extra point. It's good, and we're all tied at 7 apiece. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. This will be taken in at the 1. Spinning past him.
In a tie game, both sides are looking for something to give them an advantage. It often falls back on special teams, and that return, that could be the spark to untie the game.
And Seattle now ready to march onto the field. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in, because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting it done, but to allow a run of that length, that's just not being prepared. So now, are they determined? Are they ready to read their keys and make the proper plays?
And we'll see how determined they are. A big play there on the catch and run. 45 5 yards.
As we continue to advance in the NFL, as people continue to scout players, they really don't care as much about body types as they care about those guys who can make people miss, run through tackles, and gain all that additional run after catch. Anybody who has that ability, they want them on their team.
A gain of 3, second down. Here's the offense. Certainly some threats on this offense, and one of them that they target is Doug Baldwin.
Not only does he do a nice job catching the ball downfield, he's also a tremendous blocker that helps unleash the running game.
Second down following the run.
Watch tight end, watch tight end. Key him. Key the tight end. Let's go.
On second down, Wilson. End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. Tyler Lockett from 10 yards out. And the Seahawks have taken the lead. Well, that's about as quick of a passing touchdown as you'll ever see right there.
Everyone has a section in their playbook called the quick game. That was a super quick game. Out of the hands of the thrower, bam, right to the receiver, successfully for a touchdown.
How in-depth is that quick game part of the playbook?
It's pretty in-depth because people want the ball in the hands of the quarterback into the playmaker's hands downfield as fast as possible. There are a lot of plays, a lot of options involved with that.
Heading out as the Cleveland offense now as they get set to take over here. Last time they were out, they scored. Still trailing here, though, so some work to do.
But it's okay in terms of mindset. Because they scored the last time, they're not quite as worried about being down on the scoreboard because now their confidence is a little bit higher. They feel like they've got something going, and they feel like they can attack again and put more points on the board.
Are you scoreboard watching if you're the offense, or are you just focused on this drive?
We wouldn't be telling the truth if we said that they didn't scoreboard watch. Everyone does it to some extent. But you've got to set it aside right now and just focus on this series. That'll take care of the scoreboard if they punch it into the end zone.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. That's complete. It's Gordon. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield across the 45. So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels. Boy, the evolution of the game and how these guys on plays like that can get out of the pocket, keep plays alive, it just makes things so much harder for defenses.
It really does, and we're talking about an era in the game where the quarterbacks are the most athletically gifted that we've seen in a bunch. I mean, when you talk about collectively, it's unbelievable. So their ability to move is practiced now. It's not necessarily, oh, he just took off and you guys figure it out. When he takes off, everyone knows where to go now. They know how to run routes, change things, make themselves presentable for the quarterback. There's a lot of time that they put in on it. It's not just your static 1, 2, 3. This is where the ball goes anymore.
They'll drop to throw. He finds Coleman. And he's able to get the first here as he's taken down at the 25. Quarterback and receiver on the same page, and they beat the man coverage.
Sometimes you get too aggressive as a defense. You go into man coverage. That means you've got to win at the line of scrimmage yourself. On that play, the offense did.
So the offense has it 1st and 10. And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And not much. Maybe a yard down to the 23. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively.
Here we go now. 3-19.
They'll set up a throw. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete.
Usually when we talk about concentration and catching the ball, it's about the receiver. In this case, it's the defender who had the great focus knocking it away.
A nickel back added defensively as they look to stop this 3rd and 8. He'll drop to throw. His throw caught at about the 5. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. And you as a former defender should know that the referees are watching this closely, defensive holding.
They watch it awfully closely. I sure wish they'd let it be 5.5 yards like they do for the offensive guys, but in this case, they were strict with the rule.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll take this one down near the 15. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Decent chunk of yardage still left here. 2nd and 7. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And he rifles one incomplete. And the seemingly endless drive continues. On play action, they'll throw. Escaping the pressure right. Hard throw, incomplete.
Illegal touching, offense.
Now Gostkowski will come on to try a field goal. And Gostkowski's kick is good. And they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10. And that field goal caps an 11-play drive.
It's a lot of offense to run to only get 3 points, but they'll take them. Anytime you can put anything on the board, you run to your sideline somewhat happy.
And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. And Seattle now ready to march out of the field. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looked pretty good, so they'll be hoping to do that once more.
And it takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach. They felt pretty good about their game plan and thought there were some holes in the defense, and they exploited them the last time out. Let's see if they can come back and put together a similar drive.
And we'll see if they can do just that. Unable to connect on the first down pass play. Now it's 2nd down. Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. Here's Wilson to throw. And the grab made by Doug Baldwin. Oh, he faked it with a juke. Now he's got some room. And he takes this down deep into Cleveland territory. Now we're going to get a timeout here as it looks like there's a Seahawk injured on the play. We'll get an update when we come back to Miami. From the red zone now, here's Wilson on first down. To the sideline, and oh, a nice catch there. Made sure the feet were inbounds, and they were. So we played a quarter here in Super Bowl 53. 14-10 the score. We'll return after this message. You're watching the NFL, and it's right here on EA Sports. Alongside my broadcast partner, Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin hits the Seahawks with a football to begin quarter number 2. They've got a 2nd down and 8 to start things out. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. 6 yards on the pickup, and it'll be 3rd down.
One of the underappreciated aspects of great quarterbacks is their ability to sell fakes. And on draw plays, when they can sell the pass really hard to the defense and then hand it off, that's when that play's successful.
They run with a power back, Rawls. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Thomas Rawls, his 2nd touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the Seahawks find a way to stretch their lead. Not a bad start for him. 2 drives for the offense, 2 rushing TDs.
Almost like he's in the percussion section in the band, isn't it? Got a little oomph, right? Got a little crash, got a little bang. He's got it all as he gets to the end zone. 2nd rushing touchdown, as you noted, on 2 drives. He's off to a terrific start.
Okay, you ready? Wait for it. But, And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
We're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. Second down, 8. They'll give it to him right up the gut. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. The tackle was made by Michael Bennett. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. On third down, he'll drop to throw. Coleman has it here right side. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs. Well, we saw the practice film this week. They wanted to focus on these intermediate passing plays, and it paid off there.
And they took that focus not just to the practice field, but in the film room to show the guys exactly what they wanted, what types of looks they should expect to get, and how they would beat those coverages each and every time, and it paid off on that play.
And they'll go with a ground attack here. And that one goes for about 6 as he's taken down just shy of the 45. And they'll run it here. And he'll take this one across the 45 up to about the 46-yard line. A 3-yard pickup on 2nd and 4. Now they'll need to convert here on 3rd and a little more than a yard. Now 3rd down, less than a yard. They're going to look to throw. Flushed out right. He may try and run for this. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. A pickup of 5 that time and a first down.
Well, that's a nice job right there. He's looking downfield, but with no one open, he takes off and tries to run for it. He gets to the sidelines and gets out of bounds with a first down.
Here's Johnson. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. See if they stay on the ground for 2nd down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to be met at about the 43. 2 yards the gain there, and now they're left with a 3rd and about 4 for a first. This will be the 8th play of the drive here. 3rd and 4. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. That's complete. It's Gordon. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down.
Well, it looks like they got what they wanted. They got the completion, but they weren't able to break any tackles or gain nearly enough yardage to pick up the first down. Now to be 4th and short.
Boy, a call like this, certainly tougher to make in a Super Bowl, but they'll go for it on 4th down. Now back to throw. And he's got his man on the out route. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first.
Well, it all came together on that one, didn't it?
Big-time throw on 4th.
Now that had to feel good, didn't it? Taking that type of a gamble there, making it pay off. What a throw.
And tough as a receiver because no matter how perfect the pass, you know it's 4th down and you got to convert.
A little bit of extra pressure, but he overcame it.
They go back to the ground with Johnson. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. A little educational piece. I know a lot of people here, 3-4, 4-3, etc. Take us through the 4-3, Charles.
Okay, 4-3. 4 down defensive linemen, usually 2 defensive tackles, 2 defensive ends. Behind them, the 3 those are the linebackers. The middle linebacker, often known as the Mike, with 2 outside linebackers, the Sam and the Will. There's your 4-3.
Sam on the strong side, Will on the weak side.
Well, he did almost everything right. Excellent coverage, breaks on the football, just unable to haul it in and take it the other way. So he dropped an interception. The key for him now, don't dwell on it. Just move on to the next play.
He'll look to throw. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down. Now we're going to get a timeout here as it looks like there's a Seahawk injured on the play. We'll get an update when we come back to Miami. The offense staying out there. They look prepared to go here on 4th and 10. On play action, they'll throw. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. 2 minutes remain here in the first half. We'll come back on Super Bowl Sunday after this. Reminder, coming up at the intermission, we'll get highlights of this Super Bowl from Larry Ridley and the crew in Orlando with our EA Sports halftime report. Offense has been out there a while. This is their 14th play in this series. Now it's Crowell, and he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal. And a really long drive here, and it goes on and on.
Here we go now. 3, 9, 10.
They'll give Crowell another crack. And he takes this one in for a Brown score. Isaiah Crowell, a 5-yard touchdown run. And the Browns are back within a score.
Could not block that one any better. Everyone was accounted for, and a great surge by the offensive line.
Extra point try for Gostkowski. And he's got it to make this a 21-17 game. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Russell Wilson now gears up to lead the offense again. He's played a pretty clean first half, a touchdown, no interceptions.
Frankly, that's what they expect out of him. They want to see the ball thrown and thrown well, and he's able to do that and put it in the end zone. They'd love to see more of that before this game finishes. But right now, he's got his team in a good spot.
A good spot, maybe looking for touchdown pass number 2 here in the second quarter. Give him 3 on the play, and it'll make it a 2nd down.
I'm wondering if the same thing went through your mind as mine. When I see a big man like that make a catch, all I keep thinking to myself is, big man with football. Look out, everyone. He may not juke you a whole lot, right? He may not run past you because of his size. You're talking about a guy weighing in the 270 range. But, boy, once he gets his mitts on the ball, he's going to be tough to bring down. Some think the teams really won't throw a slant route unless you have a receiver that has a lot of stature to him. But sometimes the little guys, they get lost in there. People can't really locate them, and they run that quick cut on the slant, and oftentimes they can turn it into big plays.
They'll throw on first down with Wilson, finding time. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down. And nobody was open downfield there. Looked like a pretty clear throwaway.
Yeah, definitely was that. I'm wondering why there wasn't intentional grounding. I know they're saying there's a receiver there in the area. Those down quarterbacks, they get away with everything.
Spoken like a true defensive back, Mr. David. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. On first down, Wilson. It's caught, Lockett. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. In the slot on the right is Graham. Now Wilson on first down. And Graham's got it over the middle. And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
And he's the epitome of what we call the move tight end, a guy that you can line up anywhere, in the slot, out wide, in tight, doesn't really matter because he has such great skills. You want to utilize him in all aspects of your passing offense.
And there he was in the slot for the catch. Here's Wilson, and left side here it's Graham. That throw good for 4. It's second down.
And that's why defensive coaches preach swarming to the football. It's usually going to take more than one guy to get that big man down.
And it did right there. Multiple broken tackles, but they eventually get him down. Throwing again here. Wilson. That's complete right around the 8. And eventually stopped just shy of the goal line right around the 2. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. Again, Wilson. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Tyler Lockett in the final seconds of the first half. And the Seahawks add on to their lead. So they're able to break the tie just before halftime. Now they just don't want anything crazy to happen on the ensuing kickoff.
Yeah, they want to just add the extra point, get the kickoff taken care of, and get to the locker room with the lead that they fought so hard to get.
This one taken just inside the 10. They go play action here on first down. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
One of the great coaches said football is really a simple game. Rush theirs, protect yours. And he's talking about those guys throwing the football. In this situation, the rush won, hitting the quarterback and forcing him into an incompletion.
He's going to sling this deep downfield. It's caught inside the 25. So we've come upon halftime here in Super Bowl 53. As we check in with Larry Ridley in Orlando. Do you seriously just skip the halftime of the Super Bowl? Who does that? It's a Super Bowl. Watch the halftime show. All right, here we go. Third quarter action now. This is taken at his 4. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. Here's the Browns offense now getting set to start off this third quarter. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never wanted to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. They're just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive. And a new set of downs here after picking up the first on the ground. Now a play fake here on first down. Complete here to Gary Barnidge. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. So on that play, defense was in the zone. They ran a crossing route offensively, but the defense there, you got to be good with communication, don't you?
You certainly do, and it's not something that is really evident when you watch it on the screen. But everyone's talking, communicating, pointing, and it keeps you from chasing receivers because you have a specific zone you have to cover. When a receiver's in your zone and he crosses to another one, you got to let your guy know. They got a completion there, but I like the discipline they showed to stay in their proper areas and then make the tackle.
It'll be a pickup of 5, and that leaves them with 5 more. 3rd and 5 now. So 3rd and 5, 3rd and medium here. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. That's complete. It's Gordon. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. So they're able to connect and beat the man coverage.
Nice job between the two of them. One getting downfield, the other one delivering.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. 6 yards to go here on 2nd down. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Pryor has it complete. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs. And the 8th play on this drive coming up. They'll run the option left. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. It's their quarterback, his 2nd touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the Browns have cut it back within a score. So they're down in the red zone. They opt to utilize his legs instead of the arm. It works out pretty well.
I like what they were thinking there, because in most situations now, defense is accounting for all the other runners on the field and, of course, for pass plays. But the quarterback position, oftentimes it is unaccounted for. Offense coordinator felt it, dialed it right up.
Inside the red zone, is this something teams should maybe, depending on the quarterback, do more often?
Definitely. If you've got a quarterback who can actually move it with his legs, that's an extra option and an extra weapon for you. I think they should utilize it more often.
Protection was great. He had time to set up a campsite. But in the secondary, though, they were ready.
And I think that in most places on the field, if you have that much time to throw the ball, someone's going to shake free and you'll find an open receiver. But condensed near the goal line on a 2-point conversion, all that exit, there's not any extra field. So it kind of closes in on them, and that allows you to cover a little bit better.
They'll throw on 1st down with Wilson. He's going to wind up and air it out. And that's caught inside the 35. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about.
Pass interference. Defense.
And after a nice gain, they don't need the penalty. They'll decline it, take the ball where the play resulted. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. And here are the Browns now as the offense comes back out onto the field. And they're hoping to capture some of that magic they had last time out when they were able to put together a scoring drive. But they're still down here, Charles.
Not the major concern, though, because of what you talked about. They scored the last time out. They feel good about themselves. They feel like their game plan is now in effect. They know how to attack and what plays they want to put together. But they've got to keep it moving in the right direction because, as you did note, they are down on the scoreboard.
Again, it's Crowell. And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
But really, that was no surprise there. They've been running it well all game. And I know goals change all the time, but any team will take that type of run each and every time.
He'll look to throw. And a hook up over the middle to Pryor. He got 29 yards that time. Well, we haven't been shortchanged on offense. Another fun play to watch there on the deep pass.
This game has the feel of, a turkey bowl, a Thanksgiving day. You know, when we get together this year, when the Davises and the Gaudens get together, that's what our playbook's going to look like. Like they're drawing them up in the dirt, and so far it's working for both of them.
Earl Thomas in on the stop.
Well, partner, they've been running it well the entire game, and the big guys up front, they're a huge reason why. And now they're reaping the benefits as they continue to open up big holes and gain nice yardage.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. And still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to 3rd down.
I don't care what the emphasis is in the NFL at any given time. Every defense is still going to say their #1 goal every game is stop the run. And right now, they're not doing that. And that really chips away at your confidence.
Going underneath for Crowell. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs. He's already proven to be a factor in the running game on this drive. Now he gets involved in the passing game.
I think what we're seeing here is the modern version of workhorse in the NFL, being able to run it and catch it with equal proficiency.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. So the offense now dealing with a 2nd and 7. Again, it's Johnson. Oh, nice spin.
Oh, that brought back bad memories.
That's going to be a 6-yard gain. It leaves him with 3rd down and just a yard to go.
I think that run gives us evidence that the defense is getting a little bit tired out there. They've been out in the field for a long time, and that last run, they just cut right through them.
This will be play number 8 here on the drive. It's 3rd and a yard. They'll try and run for it. Here's Johnson. And he's able to pick up the first before he's brought down inside the 5 at the 4.
It's no accident they've been moving the ball well all game long. This offensive line has done an excellent job adapting to everything the defense is throwing at them and creating holes for their runners.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. Oh, he had 6 points in his hands there. Couldn't hang on. 2nd down. And the offense readies for play number 10 of this series.
Here we go now.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. That's caught at the 1. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Josh Gordon from 4 yards out. And the Browns are back within a score. And that score there makes this a much more manageable deficit.
Agreed, because before that touchdown, this looked like this was about over. Instead, they've got hope. They're back in the game. They feel better about themselves, and now they have a chance to make some more plays.
So they're going to go for 2. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. They'll try and throw for it. Flush to his right. And he will get into the end zone to cut the deficit down to 4. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And Seattle now ready to march out of the field. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, to see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. I mean, that's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
And the offense moving in the wrong direction here now as they face a 2nd and 12. One quarter remains in Super Bowl 53. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now here on EA Sports. It's the Seahawks with the possession. They also have the lead here as we get set for the 4th and final quarter. It's already 2nd and 12. The defense hoping to push them back more. Rawls, the lone man in the backfield. Off the play fake to Rawls. Wilson. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Christian Kirksey. He's the one that got to him. He takes him down for a loss of 9. Big sack on 2nd down. Now the offense needs to convert here on 3rd. 3rd and long. It's Wilson. Drops it underneath for Rawls. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the 20 at the 18. It's a gain of 5. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. Here's John Ryan now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team.
That's certainly playing down and distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
He'll look to set up his blockers. A good return there, 17 yards. And the offense will come back onto the field for the 1st and 10. And time now for the Seahawks defense to take their spots again on the field. They struggled that last drive. They were kind of hit two ways, both with the run and the pass.
And I love how you brought hit into it, because a lot of defense coordinators like to show a little cut-up film the night before a game. They usually have some boxing in there, and it always shows the guy being the aggressor, the guy on his toes punching, not back on his heels taking punches, and that's where this defense was on the last possession.
They were on their heels. Will they be on their heels again? Let's see. And he'll muscle his way up to the 43 for a pickup of right around 5.
That appeared to be an example of a speed back setting up the defender. He thinks he's going to fake him out, try and juke him. Instead, he runs through it.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And this carry not as productive. He's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. Tackle made there by Sean Spence. 5 yards to gain here on 3rd down. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. He finds Coleman. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5. And after the play on the ground, that brings up 2nd down here. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And he fires one incomplete.
And there's a good opportunity to just want to ride there, a drop pass. I guess that's why they call them running backs and not catching backs.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. A bullet throw, but incomplete. The Browns send out their punter now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. And now a whistle and a timeout called by the kicking team. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And he fires one that's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line.
Offensively, when you see cover 2, the thought has to go through the quarterback's head. Drive the football when making throws. It's not just the deep guys covering. It's the guys underneath you have to be careful of. Drive your throw. Otherwise, you see what results? Interceptions.
Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down. 2nd down following the run. Shift together here from the D-line. A fake to Rawls. Now it's Wilson. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue. Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. Now Wilson on 1st down. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete.
Receivers work all the time on making sure they catch the ball, haul it into their bodies before they turn and run. A little bit of loss of focus on that play.
Rawls, the lone man in the backfield. And they'll give it to him here. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. Give him 4 on the ground there. They're now left with 3rd and 6. So 3rd down now. They need the 27-yard line for a first. Time for a break. We're back to perhaps crown a champion after this. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. They're facing a critical 3rd down now as they try to hold on to this lead. 3rd down. Here's Rawls. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a 4th down. And now the Browns are going to take another timeout. That'll be their 2nd, so one more chance to stop the clock here, and we'll be back. And his kick is right there. It's good, and that'll make this a 7-point game. So, Charles, I think from a defensive perspective, you have to look at that field goal there and consider it a win.
You were able to keep them within a touchdown, so no question about it. That was the kind of stand that keeps you in ball games.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I'm here, my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
He's back to throw. And a hook up over the middle to Pryor. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains. And they're going to speed things up here.
Green 39! Green 39!
Back to throw. And he will find his man on the outside. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. He'll look to throw. And he finds a man on the crossing route.
Holding. Defense.
Great job, Pete! Great job!
First down and 10 now for the offensive group.
56!
Back to throw. He's got his tight end on the corner route. It's complete. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there, freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
Fresh set of downs here.
All right, here we go.
They'll look to throw. And that incompletion breaks a string of 5 straight connections. And it's second down. Second down now after the incompletion. And that was incomplete, but I don't know how much of that falls on the quarterback. He was pressured.
Brandon, the rush showed up so fast, the quarterback had no chance.
And it's caught. It's a touchdown. So they rally here in the final minute, and they're an extra point away from tying this game.
And while it appears the heavy lifting was accomplished by scoring the touchdown, they're still down 1. That extra point is not a gimme.
It's a huge roll of the dice, a 2-point conversion to decide the Super Bowl. They'll look to throw, and he's in. The move pays off, and they've taken the lead in this Super Bowl. And boy, you want to talk about guts. Guts is going for 2 when you're down 1 in that spot right there.
Do they not trust their kicker? Did they not feel that it was time to go ahead and do that? Or did they just say, we've got a play on that we're so confident in, we're going to go ahead and do it? I'm going to say they're going to say that in the press conference.
And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. The Seattle now ready to march onto the field. So you're right there, but obviously the clock is not your friend. How do you handle this situation?
You're thinking 2 plays. 1 to get yourself in position for the second one, whether you're able to get into field goal range or you have to try another deep pass, another Hail Mary. But you're trying to get the first one to a receiver, get out.
And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line.
Over the 4 plays. Offense. The penalty is declined.
Really nice starting field position here for the offensive unit.
Here we go now. 3-19.
On the run. It's Crowell. And able to break. And now the Seahawks are going to take a timeout here on defense. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. And now following that timeout, the defense back out onto the field. Crowell looking for a seam but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. And now the Seahawks are going to call another timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. The defense, they got a little bit of a breather. Now they're back and set as we resume play. And the defense searches for one more stop here after the run on second down. On third down, Crowell. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. And how about this? The dog pound gets the crown. The Cleveland Browns are the Super Bowl champs. And when this moment comes, I think you look back at all the blood, sweat, and tears, the offseason, the workouts, training camp, week 1, 2, 3, all building up now to say you're a Super Bowl champion. It's worth it.
It certainly is, and rarely do we have a team that hoists the Lombardi Trophy that didn't have their share of bumps along the way, didn't have to face some adversity in the journey, and now they get to just enjoy it and revel in it. And all offseason, they'll be signing their autographs with Super Bowl champion underneath it.
And they are the Super Bowl champs. The Lombardi Trophy is theirs, and so are bragging rights for an entire season. What a season it has been. Feels like we have been there every step of the way. Our entire crew doing a wonderful job. Thanks to my broadcast partner, Charles Davis. For all those guys, I'm Brandon Gaudin signing off. We'll talk to you next season right here on EA Sports.